All right, welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. The
Yeah.
last time we were looking at that 𝗪𝗏 decentralized exchange.
Yeah, it was fascinating.
It really was. And today we're going to go even deeper. We're going to unpack their latest weekly update.
Yeah.
So are you ready to uncover some really cool insights about this platform that's just like making huge waves in the world of Qion blockchain?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to dive in.
Yeah, it's really cool stuff. So
You know what's striking about STON.fi
what's that?
is that they're not just like participating in the Tion ecosystem, they're leading it.
Oh, wow.
Like big time.
Yeah.
Over $5 billion in all-time trading volume.
Wow.
81% of all Tion decentralized exchange users.
Wow.
An average of 25,800 active daily.
Goodness.
And get this,
Okay.
they're adding like over 8,000 new users every single day.
Okay, those stats are mind-blowing. It
Right.
really highlights how STON.fi is becoming like the go-to platform for anyone interested in DeFi on Tion.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And speaking of DeFi, they're tackling one of the biggest challenges head-on, impermanent loss. It can be a real headache for those providing liquidity, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a major concern in DeFi. Imagine you're lending out your crypto to a pool,
Right.
right? So people can easily swap between two different tokens. If the price ratio of those tokens shifts significantly while your crypto is locked in, you could end up with less value when you withdraw than if you just held on to your assets.
Okay, I'm starting to see why that could make people hesitant to provide liquidity.
Yeah, for sure.
So how is STON.fi addressing this? What are they doing?
They've got this really interesting impermanent loss protection program,
Cool.
and they're actually extending it for another month, covering up to 5.72% of potential losses for liquidity providers in their STON-USDT pool.
So it's like a safety net for those who are dipping their toes into liquidity providing.
Exactly. It's a way to mitigate some of that risk and encourage more participation.
That's pretty innovative. But what exactly does that 5.72% coverage entail? How is it calculated, and in what scenarios would it kick in?
Well, it's not just like a blanket coverage.
Right.
The 5.72% is calculated based on a pretty complex formula that takes into account the price volatility of the assets in the pool and the length of time your liquidity is provided.
Okay.
It's designed to protect against those sharp price swings that can really catch people off guard.
Right. So it's not eliminating the risk entirely, but it does provide a level of assurance that could encourage more people to participate in liquidity providing, which ultimately benefits the entire ecosystem.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's a smart move to make DeFi more accessible and appealing to a wider audience. But STON.fi's commitment to user experience goes even further.
Oh, how so?
They've got this program called Shelter42.
Okay, Shelter42. Now that sounds intriguing. I like it already.
It's a way for users to earn STON tokens
Oh.
by identifying and reporting bugs, vulnerabilities, or any potential security issues they spot on the platform.
So they're actually incentivizing users to help them improve security. That's pretty cool.
Precisely. They've already awarded 300 STON tokens, and they've hinted at even more challenges and rewards to come.
Oh, wow.
It's a brilliant way to leverage the power of the community.
What are your thoughts on, the potential downsides of this approach? Could it lead to an overwhelming influx of false reports, or perhaps even become unsustainable in the long run?
Yeah, those are really good points. It's definitely something to keep an eye on. But on the flip side,
Yeah,
it shows a real commitment to transparency and collaboration.
for sure.
By empowering users to contribute to the platform's security, they're fostering a sense of ownership and shared responsibility.
Absolutely. That's really cool. So it's a bold experiment, and it'll be fascinating to see how it evolves over time. But let's not forget about those who are primarily interested in the high-yield opportunities.
Yeah, of course.
Tell me if STON.fi is doing something interesting on the yield farming front, too.
They certainly are. They've extended and boosted their STON-USDT farming program, adding another 10,000 STON tokens worth roughly $35,000 to the reward pool.
Okay, so for those unfamiliar with yield farming, can you break down what that actually entails? What does that mean?
Essentially, yield farming involves locking up your crypto assets in a specific pool to earn rewards.
Okay.
It's a way to put your crypto to work and generate passive income. In this case, by providing liquidity to the STON-USDT pool, you're eligible to receive a portion of those extra 10,000 STON tokens.
And there's no lockup period, right? So participants can enter and exit the farm as they please.
Exactly. It offers a lot of flexibility. This particular farming event runs until February 23rd, so there's still time to get involved.
That's great for those who prefer short-term commitments. But it sounds like STON.fi is about more than just trading and earning. Tell me about their grant program.
Now, this is where things get really interesting.
Oh, I like it.
The STON.fi grant program is all about supporting innovation and nurturing promising projects that are building on the TN blockchain.
So they're not just a platform. They're actively investing in the future of the TON ecosystem. Who are some of the recent grant winners, and what kind of impact are they aiming to make?
They've just announced 2 really exciting winners.
Cool.
One is 𝗪𝗡𝗥,
Okay.
a platform aiming to create a more user-friendly and efficient farming experience. And the other is 𝗪𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗡𝗏, which is leveraging blockchain technology to revolutionize event ticketing on TON.
Oh, wow.
Imagine a world where ticket scalping becomes a thing of the past.
Wow. Both of those sound incredibly innovative. Can you delve a bit deeper into how these projects are actually using blockchain technology to achieve their goals?
Of course. 𝗪𝗡𝗥 is all about simplifying the often complex world of yield farming.
Okay.
They're developing tools and interfaces that make it easier for users to discover and participate in different farming opportunities, manage their assets, and track their rewards. They're essentially lowering the barrier to entry for those who might be intimidated by the technical aspects of DeFi.
Right.
Then you have 𝗪𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗏𝗏. They're creating a decentralized platform where event organizers can issue tickets as non-fungible tokens, or NFTs.
Okay.
These NFTs are unique and verifiable, making it virtually impossible to counterfeit tickets. Plus, the entire process is transparent and secure, eliminating the need for intermediaries and reducing the risk of fraud.
That's amazing. Not only does it address the issue of ticket scalping, but it also streamlines the entire ticketing process for both organizers and attendees.
Exactly, and it highlights the incredible potential of blockchain technology to disrupt traditional industries and create entirely new models for value exchange.
It's truly inspiring to see STON.fi taking such an active role in fostering a thriving and diverse DeFi ecosystem on TON. They're not just building a platform, they're building a community, a movement.
I couldn't agree more.
It's amazing.
They're fostering innovation and empowering developers to bring their ideas to life.
Yeah.
It's a testament to their vision and commitment to the long-term success of TON.
This has been incredibly insightful so far, but we've got plenty more ground to cover. Stay tuned for more fascinating details about STON.fi and the future of DeFi on TON.
Definitely stay tuned.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Good stuff.
We've explored some of these incredible innovations coming out of STON.fi.
Yeah, it's been pretty impressive.
But there's still a lot to uncover.
For sure.
Speaking of uncovering things, there's that exciting AMA coming up, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's like getting a backstage pass to the minds of TON blockchain leaders.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
mark your calendars for Tuesday, February 11th.
okay, I'm marking it.
𝗦𝗧𝗢𝗏𝗏𝗏 is hosting an Ask Me Anything session with representatives from 𝗪𝗧𝗢 and 𝗥𝗢𝗨.
Now, for those who might not be familiar with these players, can you give us a little background on 𝗪𝗧𝗢 and 𝗥𝗢𝗨 and why this AMA is such a big deal?
Yeah, of course. So 𝗪𝗧𝗢,
Yeah.
they're a key player in the TON ecosystem, known for their work on the TON consensus mechanism and their contributions to the development of the TON blockchain itself.
Oh.
So they're really deeply involved in the technical side of things.
Got it.
And then we have 𝗥𝗢𝗨.
Yeah.
They bring a different perspective. They specialize in blockchain analytics and market intelligence.
Go.
They provide valuable insights into market trends, user behavior, and the overall health of the TON ecosystem.
So this AMA is a chance to hear from both the builders and the analysts.
Yeah, it's a pretty powerful combination.
That is. What kind of questions would you be most interested in asking them?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
There's so much ground to cover.
I know.
I'd definitely be curious to hear their thoughts on the long-term vision for TON and how they see DeFi evolving on this blockchain. I'd also love to get their take on the regulatory landscape and how it might impact the growth of DeFi in the coming years.
Those are great questions. I'm also curious about their perspectives on the role of community in the development of decentralized ecosystems. It seems like STON.fi is really prioritizing community engagement, and I wonder if 𝗪𝗧𝗢 and 𝗥𝗢𝗨 share that same philosophy.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll come up. It'll be interesting to hear their insights. I'm sure they'll have a lot to say about the importance of community involvement and how it can shape the future of blockchain technology. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Before we delve into the future, let's take a look at some of the high-yield opportunities available on STON.fi right now. For those looking to maximize their returns, what are some of the hottest farms at the moment?
Yeah, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. I know you mentioned the AIC USDT farm offering a whopping 434% APR.
Yeah.
The 𝗪𝗘𝗘𝗞𝗟𝗬 farm coming in close at 424%.
Right.
and the Wolfton farm at a respectable 310%.
But what's driving these high yields? Is it just pure speculation, or are there some fundamental factors at play?
That's a crucial question,
Yeah.
and one that every investor should consider before jumping into any farm.
Right.
While the high APRs are certainly tempting, it's important to understand the underlying dynamics. In some cases, these high yields may be driven by the novelty of the project or the relatively small size of the liquidity pool. As more participants enter the farm, the APRs tend to adjust. So it's like the early bird gets the juiciest worm.
Exactly. There's often a higher risk associated with these early-stage farms, but also the potential for greater rewards. It's all about finding the right balance between risk and reward based on your individual investment goals and tolerance.
That makes sense. So beyond the APYs, what other factors should we consider when evaluating different farming opportunities?
Due diligence is key.
Yeah.
It's essential to research the projects behind the tokens you're considering. What problem are they trying to solve? Who are the team members? What is their track record? These are all important questions to ask before committing your funds.
It's like investing in any other asset class. You wouldn't buy a stock without understanding the company, right?
Precisely. It's easy to get caught up in the hype and FOMO, but taking the time to do your research can save you from potential headaches down the road. And remember, diversification is key. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your risk across multiple farms and projects that you believe in.
Solid advice. It sounds like there's a whole world of farming opportunities to explore on 𝗧𝗧𝗢𝗨. Where should our listeners go to check out all the different options and start their research?
The 𝗧𝗧𝗢𝗨 website is a great place to start. They have a dedicated section for farming where you can browse all the available pools, compare yields, and delve deeper into each project. They also have active social media channels where you can stay up to date on the latest developments and announcements. But beyond the numbers, it's important to tap into the community, join their Telegram groups, engage in discussions, and learn from other experienced farmers.
I love that. It's all about connecting with like-minded individuals, sharing knowledge, and supporting each other on this exciting journey into the world of decentralized finance.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that makes the 𝗧𝗧𝗢𝗨 community so special. They're passionate, knowledgeable, and always willing to help newcomers. But before we get lost in a sea of APYs and farming strategies, let's take a step back and look at STON.fi's performance as a whole this past week. Give us the highlights.
Yeah, remind us why everyone is so excited about STON.fi.
Well, they had another stellar week.
Good.
With 40 million TON. That's about $150 million in trading volume.
Wow, that's amazing.
Their total value locked, or TVL, which represents the total value of assets locked in their various protocols, hit an impressive 19 million TON, roughly $73 million.
Goodness gracious.
And perhaps most importantly, liquidity providers, those who are providing the fuel for this decentralized financial engine, earned a whopping 80,000 TON, about $300,000 in just 1 week.
Wow, those numbers are impressive. They really paint a picture of a platform that's not just surviving, but thriving. It's clear that STON.fi is a force to be reckoned with in the TON DeFi space.
It's not just about the numbers, though. What truly sets STON.fi apart is their holistic approach. They're not just building a DEX, they're cultivating a vibrant and sustainable ecosystem. They're fostering innovation, prioritizing security, and empowering their community. It's a testament to their long-term vision and their commitment to the decentralized future.
I couldn't agree more. It's inspiring to see a platform that's so dedicated to pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the world of DeFi. But before we wrap up this deep dive, I'd love to get your final thoughts. What's the one thing that really stood out to you from all of this? What's a key takeaway that you want our listeners to walk away with?
You know what's truly remarkable is how STON.fi is going beyond just being a decentralized exchange.
Right.
Their grant program, their focus on security with initiatives like Shelter 42, their commitment to community engagement with events like the upcoming AMA, it all points to a larger vision.
It's like they're not just building a platform, but like a foundation for a whole new financial system.
Exactly. And that raises a crucial question for me and hopefully for our listeners too.
So what's the big question?
Well, if we think about STON.fi's role in supporting all these innovative new projects through their grant program, what could that mean for the future of the entire TON blockchain? Could they become the catalyst that propels TON to even greater heights?
That's a fantastic question. I mean, If you think about it, they're already like the dominant player in the TO and DeFi space.
Exactly. And they're actively nurturing that next generation of DeFi applications.
Right.
It's like they're planting seeds that could blossom into this vibrant and diverse ecosystem, attracting developers, investors, and users from all corners of the blockchain world.
It's almost like they're creating this ripple effect where their success and support for innovation create this positive feedback loop that just benefits the entire TON ecosystem.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder, like, what kind of groundbreaking projects we might see coming out of TO in the coming years thanks to STON.fi support. Could we see TO becoming a major hub for DeFi innovation?
Right, like rivaling even the most established blockchains.
Yeah, exactly.
That's an exciting prospect. I mean, just look at the projects they're supporting. 𝗪𝗪𝗡, with its focus on user experience and yield farming. And 𝗪𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗏, revolutionizing event ticketing with NFTs. It's clear that they're not just throwing money at random projects. They're carefully selecting those with the potential to make a real impact.
Exactly. And it's not just about financial support. They're providing mentorship, guidance, and access to their network of experts and partners. They're creating an environment where these projects can truly flourish.
It's like they're building this greenhouse for DeFi innovation on TON, nurturing these fledgling projects and helping them grow into something truly remarkable.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. And it highlights the importance of platforms like STON.fi in the broader blockchain landscape.
For sure.
They're not just facilitating transactions, they're shaping the future of decentralized finance by empowering developers and supporting the creation of real-world solutions.
Well, on that note, I think we've covered a lot of ground today.
Yes.
We've explored STON.fi's impressive performance metrics, delved into their innovative initiatives, and even contemplated their potential impact on the future of TON.
It's been a truly insightful deep dive. We've uncovered some fascinating facts and insights, and I hope our listeners are feeling as energized and excited about the future of DeFi on TON as we are.
Me too. But before we let our listeners go, I think it's time for a quick recap of the key takeaways from today's deep dive. We want to make sure they're walking away with those valuable insights they can apply to their own DeFi journey.
Absolutely. Let's distill the essence of what we've learned.
Okay, so first and foremost, STON.fi is absolutely crushing it as the leading decentralized exchange on TON. Their trading volume, total value locked, and their user base are all indicators of their success.
But it's not just about the numbers. They're actively innovating with initiatives like the Impermanent Loss Protection program, which provides a safety net for liquidity providers, and Shelter42, which incentivizes users to contribute to the platform's security.
Yeah, and let's not forget about their grant program, which is fueling the development of groundbreaking new projects on TON, like 𝗪𝗪𝗡𝗏 and 𝗪𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗏𝗏. They have the potential to disrupt traditional industries and create new value.
And they're also fostering community engagement through those AMAs with industry leaders, like that upcoming session with Nimbus and 𝗥𝗡𝗨𝗡, providing valuable insights and transparency.
All in all, STON.fi is setting a new standard for what a decentralized exchange can be. They're not just facilitating transactions, they're building a robust ecosystem, nurturing innovation, and empowering users.
It's an exciting time to be a part of the TON blockchain community, and STON.fi is leading the charge.
And that brings us to our final thought-provoking question for you, dear listener. Given everything we've discussed today, what role do you think STON.fi will play in shaping the future of blockchain technology as a whole? Will they be a driving force in the mainstream adoption of DeFi? Will they inspire a new wave of innovation on TON and beyond?
These are definitely questions worth pondering. As we witness the evolution of this dynamic and rapidly growing space, it's an exciting journey, and we're thrilled to have you along for the ride.
So keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep into this world of blockchain and decentralized finance. We'll be here to guide you every step of the way.
Until next time.